Welcome back. Let's work on add new address and my information, which are two screens based on fields, and that's about it. So start with a copy of the last screen and let's take it from the top. Let's replace the title with add a new address. You can remove the tabs because we don't need them, but that shows us that we don't have a clear separation here. So we need to do something. Basically, let's add a shadow from effects. That's the simplest way to handle it. Now the settings should be 4 for the blur and 2 for the Y. This is a very soft shadow, but that's how you should generally approach them. If you can clearly see a shadow, then it's probably overdone. Okay, now let's drag some new fields. We need 4 in total. I love the fact that after the copy or 2, Figma realizes that you want some more, so when you hit Ctrl D, it automatically places the next copy correctly. This is lovely stuff. Good job, Figma. When you're ready, get to work and replace all of these labels and hints. I have my wireframe on the other display so I can read them out quite easily. This is why it really pays to have 2 displays. Okay, it's city, and then the hint is select a city. Next, we have street name. And I chose a hint that says Market Street. As far as I know, that's a real street in San Francisco. If the client is from there, this is gonna make it feel more real. Now the street number, let's say 548 or something for the hint. And then finally the zip code, which I googled, it's 94104-5401. Okay, take your time with it and never ever leave them at the defaults. Repetitive content is probably the worst thing that you can do as a designer. Well, one of them at least. Now for the city, we're gonna need a drop-down icon. So please enable it from that switch and then use the drop-down to select the triangle. The spacing has to be changed from packed to space between, but we've already done it 10 times, so I think you can manage. Now for the button, it should say create address. And I think that's about it. Now I'm gonna zoom to the other screen, my information, because it's basically exactly the same thing, the same techniques. Meanwhile, I think the most exciting upcoming feature is Content Grid. This is a feature from Adobe XD that allows you to put loads of content in with ease. So for example, let's say that you have 20 thumbnails and you want 20 different images. Well, rather than inserting them one at a time, you simply drag them over and that's that. The program does its thing. Plus, it's the same thing with text layouts. It's one of the most impressive things about Adobe XD. And now, since Adobe has bought Figma, well, I hope it's just a matter of time until we get this feature. Now, knowing Adobe, it may take weeks or it may take years. That's Adobe for you in a nutshell. It's a huge, powerful company, but some things are incredibly slow, especially some features. Anyway, these are all the fields nicely buttoned up. Please make sure you handle everything on your end and then continue with the next lecture only after you made this step. Thank you so much and I'm gonna see you in a second.